A jury in a civil trial in Ireland has found that the mixed martial arts star Conor McGregor raped a woman in a Dublin hotel in 2018. Conor Gillies was outside the Dublin courtroom as the MMA fighter emerged from court.
You could cut the tension with a knife in that packed courtroom here behind me in Dublin in the past few minutes. One of Ireland's biggest stars sitting there with his head in his hands as the decision of the jury was read out to this court after 8 days of evidence centering around the events of a Christmas night out back in December of 2018, centering on a Dublin hotel, centering on what Conor McGregor described as consensual sex between him, a woman, and his friend James Lawrence. The woman's version of events was very, very different. And I think we can now see what's about to happen here. Here comes Conor McGregor. Let's go and see if we can have a chat with him here, live on Sky News. Mr. McGregor, you're a rapist. What do you think?
What do you have to say? Say sorry for what has happened?
Do you have any reaction or apology to the women at the centre of this? Do you have a reaction?
No, come on.
Do you have an apology to the women at the centre of this?
What do you have to say about your son? Don't push me again.
Well, there we have no comment from Conor McGregor as he made his way swiftly out of the court building here in Dublin and into his Bentley. Let's remember, focusing as we were just a few moments ago around the events of 2018 in that Dublin hotel. Conor McGregor suggesting that it was consensual sex. Well, the court here heard a very different story. Evidence that it was a brutal rape. The woman, to quote, was battered. It was a savage attack, and his legal team, her legal team, branded Conor McGregor a devious coward, and he wouldn't take no for an answer. Now, this was not a criminal case. This was civil proceedings here in Dublin. There was no prison sentence that would be handed out, and essentially the burden of proof in this case was lower. It must have been proved on the balance of probability rather than beyond reasonable doubt that would be the case in a criminal trial. And the jurors essentially had to answer two very, very simple questions. Did Mr. McGregor, the man you just watched getting into that car, the Irish sports star, did he assault the woman in question? And the simple answer to that from the jury was yes. The second man, the co-accused here, did Mr. Lawrence, the friend of Conor McGregor, assault the woman? The answer to that was a flat no. And then very quickly it turned to the discussion of damages, the discussion of money in this civil case, and ultimately it was €188,000 or thereabouts. This is a man who leaves this court tonight not only being tarred with the tag of being a rapist in the eyes of a civil court here in Ireland, but clearly this is a sports star whose reputation is now completely in tatters.
The woman at the centre of the case spoke outside court a short time later.
I want to thank my mum and all my family and friends. Lastly, I want to thank my daughter, Freya, who I'm most grateful for. She has given me so much strength and courage over the last 6 years throughout this nightmare to keep on pushing forward for justice. I want to show Freya and every other girl and boy that you can stand up for yourself if something happens to you, no matter who the person is, and justice will be served. To all the victims of sexual assault, I hope my story is a reminder that no matter how afraid you might be, speak up, you have a voice, and keep on fighting for justice.